What's going on, riders? This is going to be a quick video on how to survive the Creche and get out of there as fast as possible while still maintaining some materials you can't find anywhere else but the Creche. Speed is key here. Quick reminder about my giveaway that I'm doing on July 4th. It's going to be for riders and people who don't have founder account access. Please check out the details in my introduction video. Cycle 6. Fuel is more important than ever. It is your lifeline. You'll see in this part of the video that I sat here and I filled up my tank before I decided to head out. I recommend doing the same. Also, take a look at your system map. The outer edges tend to have more carbon, while the inner layers tend to have more char and slag, but they also can have drones that can attack you, so just be very careful. If you get stuck like I did right here, it's simple. Just back up. You'll get unstuck. Alright, right here, it was my first mistake. I was looking around, just enjoying the game, enjoying the scenery, when I should have been headed out the front door. This is the most important time, because the first one to get a gun here, or the cutting laser, will be victorious. Because you start with none of that. In order to craft one, you have to go outside and mine the wrecks outside. Let's talk circuit boards. You don't need a lot of circuit boards when you first start. At most, I think you're going to need 10 just to start. They are extremely heavy considering how you only have 200 something space when you first spawn. You're going to need to craft cargo and capacitor. Capacitor is extremely important right now. The tutorials have you crafting the passive scanner first, but I recommend going ahead and getting materials for the cutting laser first, and then you can worry about the passive scanner after that. Don't let the modular ships scare you. It's pretty straightforward, and if you've ever played Tetris, you can make some pretty awesome ships. You can either craft modules, or you can get them from other writers, if you're good enough. One of the most valuable resources you can get here at the Creche that you can't really find anywhere else once you leave is going to be that cargo debris. I recommend getting at least 200 of these because they can be used for healing items to keep you from getting cooked from the sun, as well as repairing your shell if you take damage. The second most valuable resource that you can get here at the Creche is going to be the contaminated neuron. You could use these to craft items to be able to heal the infection from the fertilized drones, the mycena. If I butcher that, I apologize. Never said I could read good. But These are important. I recommend getting at least 20. You can find them elsewhere, but not as prevalent as you do here at the Creche. Once you build your cutting laser, I recommend building at least 4 lenses. It uses the synthetic ones because the materials that you need to craft them are very prevalent here at the Creche, and they may be harder to come by later on or take more reprocessing in order to get the materials in order to craft. If you're struggling to equip your mining laser, you just hit Alt F. Once it pulls up the window, all you have to do is just drag the mining laser to the active slot. It says the weapon slot. You'll be able to see it. As I stated before, you don't start with a lot of storage space, so I highly recommend crafting at least 3 to 4 cargo extenders and equipping them before you leave and filling up on as much materials as you can. If your game looked like mine did during this time of the video, just cut your graphics down and it will smooth out and you'll actually be able to play. I struggled to find this out up until later. Looking away from the Creche into space also helps smooth the game. The last thing you need to really worry about crafting before you leave the Creche is going to be that leap. It is very important because some of the sites are massive and the only way to traverse them is with that. If you don't, you'll be slow boating for a long time. The last bit of advice I'm going to give you is be careful for Creche campers. Other than that, I hope this video helped you escape the Creche, and good luck on your adventure, Rider.